Yeah, so an MSH port, so good sport is bringing priest, warrior, and paladin, and the priest has been banned. So we're gonna have a warrior and a paladin versus paladin and mage. So we might get our first mirror of the day. We haven't had a mirror match yet, have we? No. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're good to go. Yeah, I think good sport likes his control deck, so I wouldn't be surprised to see freeze mage and taunt warrior. Okay. Yeah. And who do you think's favoured in this matchup? Mm. 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 Yeah, I mean, I've been playing this match a lot on the ladder from both sides, and certainly from matches that I've played, I feel like the mage is favoured if you just take off armor generating threats and you keep piling the damage to face. But obviously, it's pretty dependent on how the two players play the game. Mm. So, it's an interesting call. I mean, he's lost a win condition, but I'm guessing he's going for the strategy of generate as much armor as possible, as you've said. Seems like a good choice. I mean, he can hopefully get a couple of cards out of that. It seems unlikely that Mana Worm's going to get pumped up to free attack in time to deal with it. Yeah, would prevent the draw. It seems like the play here. Interesting. I've not seen mirror image teched into this list, so I wonder if it's a more aggressive list from Spoon. Um, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see the ghoul here, just because it gets rid of one of those mirror images and draws a card. Um, Other options, Stonehill Defender, but it seems like it's just going to get picked up by a wing. Yeah. And now I wonder if that Doomsayer will get dropped just to. I wouldn't really deny any draw, but it looks like. Seems like a good tempo play. There's not really any other plays available other than ice blocking and. Particularly with the Alex Straza in hand, just picked up as well. Like Spoon at this point, Alex Straza just completely changes your strategy in this match. He's no longer looking to, um, be aggressive. He's just looking to keep the armor as low as possible, keep the board under control, and just press that Alex Straza on turn 9. It'll be interesting to see as well if a good sport is running a dirty rat, because just looking at this hand at the moment, particularly if he can pick one up off the Stonehill defender, dirty rat in either of those two targets, the Archmage or the Alex Straza, that be huge in this situation. Yeah, it's a very, very high-end hand from Spoon. Unfortunate not to have had his draw at this point. Sounds like Arcane Intellect, Arcanologist, not picked up. And that's a pretty good pickup. With an empty board as well, it's likely that Ali Armorsmith is going to get quite a bit of stack of a bunch of armor. But with the Fireball pickup, yeah, I can't see the Fireball not coming down here. I mean, you lose 6 damage to face, but this Ali Armorsmith is going to... Yeah. Yeah, I really like this player as well because he's set up now from Fireland's Portal next turn. He's saved his Fireball, and he's also used that hero power to just chip away a bit more armor. You know, every little chip is going to be super helpful in this match, and I think Good Sport's respecting that amount of burn in this deck just by making sure he's armoring up every turn now. Yeah, that was just a pickup off of the Stonehill Defender. I mean, Public Defender is normally a very good pick in this matchup if you have a quest, because it's a very cheap taunt. It's very good at helping you complete the quest quickly. Look at this drop from the Firelands Portal. Not the worst.
What could have been worse?
So the worst is the bomb squad, yeah. Abomination pickup. I like this as well. Just again, he's got a very clear game plan. You know, he's mulling away that quest. He's saying, I'm not aiming to win this game quickly. I'm just aiming to put on as much armor as I can every turn. And you know, what are you going to do about it? So the pace of the game is definitely going to be dictated by Spoon. I'm interested to see how he handles this. He's got to. I imagine we're going to see the Alexstrasza come down next turn.
I suppose he needs to act sooner rather than later.
Yeah, he needs to take on his Armorsmith as well. So looking at the pickups, there's nothing that deals with that Armorsmith. So I expect there will be a Fireball expended on the Armorsmith. Yeah, I mean, Power of Tentacles is pretty dead in this matchup because of Execute. I think Volcanic Potion seems sensible. Oh, we've had a disconnect from the Cambridge team. I think we'll just we'll see if we can get it back online. Don't know what the rules on disconnects are, do you?
I suppose we have to restart the game.
It's
unfortunate because the game's going very well for him so far.
well, I mean, it could definitely go either way. I mean, Cambridge is back. Okay. Yeah, I mean the game could definitely still go either way because Mage has, yeah, I mean that Antonidas is going to represent, you know, 12 damage, the Alexstrasza another 10. And he's going to turn to a Fireball. Yeah. I mean, looking at that hand, I don't see the Alexstrasza not coming down this turn. Not sure what Spoon is thinking about here.
We had another disconnect.
Maybe we have. Oh no. Okay. And the only other option is, I mean, you could draw a secret and play it, but it just feels a bit bad.
You might even draw ice block and not be able to play it anyway.
Yeah, it's the only play here really. Okay, so yeah, Shield Slam is looking good. I mean, just wants to put some more armor on. So, I mean, I would have liked to see the Shield Slam of a Curator here, or Execute Curator, just because Curator's, he's already holding one Drake. I don't know if he's running two, but if he draws a second Drake, he's getting less value out of that Curator. But this is consistent with Good Sports game plan. Yeah, he's just sticking to putting as much armor on as he can. Now here there's some options because I wonder if we're going to see the Archmage with a glyph and a missiles to generate 2 fireballs, or also the potential of using just the glyph, drawing a secret, and aim to pick up a low mana spell like a frostbolt or something, so you can get potentially 3 fireballs off that Archmage. And I think that's what we're going to see here. So fireball pickup seems like the best here. It still allows you to get two extra fireballs off of the Archmage. I only really see. The other option is Spellbender, perhaps, because you play around. Maybe you can play around and execute, try and get your Archmage to stick on the board for another turn. But I think the Fireball is the correct choice here. Oh. Not sure what do you think about that play, Fireball and the minion there?
Maybe he's thinking he needs to kill the minions at some point so he can connect the Antonidas in the face, but I'm not sure he's ever going to be able to do that.
Personally, I don't like chucking my burn spells at anything other than face or armor generating minions in this match, but yeah, I mean this is already backing up. It's two extra armor every turn, and yeah. And all of a sudden that Archmage is not looking so great. I mean, if he saved a fireball, you could have had two more fireballs.
Potentially Archmage, Arcane Missiles, Glyph, and then.
Yeah, I mean that would have. Yeah. That's a good point. That may have been the best play from the last turn. With a Pyroblast is a big pickup. I think it's the best turn just to play it now. It's there's nothing else to do now. Yeah. And another big pickup from Good Sport. This Armor Smith is just gonna soak up more damage with no way in Spoon's hand of dealing with it. That's gonna be another.
I think this is wonderful for Mages. Yeah. He's not going to be able to get through this really, is he? The only way he's going to win this game is just burn spades.
And just looking at this hand as well, like the Primordial Drake next turn as well. If none of these minions are addressed, that's gonna be another 4 armor for Good Sport. It's just with the hero power as well, just negating another fireball from that Archmage.
Yeah, the Sorcerer's Apprentice is not helping too much.
No, it's
more spells for the Antonidas.
No.
It's just doesn't really have any options. Volcanic Potion not very impactful. Can't even play the Ice Block. Arcane Missiles needs to be played with the Archmage.
I mean, Volcanic Potion feels so bad here. Like heal your opponent for 4.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were considering that he might even primordial Drake his own minions, which is basically the same thing.
I mean, had we seen the Archmage Glyph Missiles turn like you suggested earlier, we could have seen Good Sport rather than being on 21 health here. We could have seen him on 9 health. I mean,
yeah, that might only take a couple of nice draws, consecutive turns, burn spells.
Yeah, I really like this play again from Good Sport.
Realizing that the mage's only win condition is
the
only thing that matters in this matchup is his health total.
So with the Guardian of Medivh, I mean, the Armor Smith can at least be addressed with this pickup. I'd be interested to see if he does a Volcanic Potion first before the Guardian of Medivh to get some cleaner trades. But I actually like playing the Guardian first on the Armor Smith just to prevent that extra 4 life gain, because Spoon must be running short on burn now. I think we've seen most of the burn spells. Yeah, we've seen a Fireball, I think, expended on one of the Armor Smiths earlier.
Looks like he is dropping out tonight. This seems. Wow, desperation.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a desperation play from Spoon here.
Mage does have another ice block in hand, but you just can't see him being able to burn the warrior out.
I actually like using the Execute here as well, because now, keeping the Shield Slam, he's potentially representing lethal next turn, even if there's some kind of freeze effect, because he can use his Shield Slam on that Abomination to deal the last 2 damage.
Oh, yeah, that's there we go. An inevitable result, really, after the final few turns, but the mage taking the game.
Yep. Indeed, looking at Good Sports lineup, the Priest, Warrior, Paladin, all of these are kind of control classes with lots of healing available. I wonder if Good Sport has gone with the strategy of targeting this mage, targeting aggressive decks, targeting particularly Freeze Mage. I think we could see Spoon struggling a bit. Okay, and it looks like okay, so second game is underway, and looks like we are going to see the Mage again from Spoon, with Cambridge this time on the Paladin. Do you want to talk through the same mic, or? Okay.
We've got a few technical issues.
Yeah, apologies. A few issues with the mic.
We're doing our best, having to get a little closer than is comfortable.
Yeah. So we got a bit of a stronger start from Spoon this time. I wonder if we'll see the mirror images just to push some more damage. No. Actually, I really like the pickup of the Ice Barrier because now next turn he can play that barrier and the Medivh's Valet. Yeah. Yeah. So Eye for an Eye is the first pickup from Good Sport. I think Eye for an Eye is particularly good in this matchup because now we can see Good Sport strategy is going to be put the pressure on Spoon and at some point in the future he's going to be, I expect, saving that Eye for an Eye from a point when the ice block of Spoon gets popped. He's going to try and take it as close to 1 as possible, pop the block, and then play the Eye for an Eye so that it's in effect a sort of GG move. Like there's no kind of way around it.
Yeah, so we see the Peacekeeper coming out here. Not too many other options. He could have gone for the War Leader, but it dies very easily to the Mana Worm.
Yeah, I like the Peacekeeper here. I mean, it's taking a bit of damage off that Mana Worm, which is not insignificant. That's going to be healing for two hit points every turn until that Mana Worm can get taken down, which is, I mean, that could be a long way away. Oh, but the Arcane Intellect, quite a big pickup from Spoon as well, because his hand was looking a bit dry at this point. That's two more burn pickups. Might be seeing quite a quick game here. The options now. Actually, the War Leader and the Noble Sacrifice. So that addresses a Mana Worm, and there's a nice trade into the 2/3 here.
Yeah, to make sure that to guarantee the Noble Sacrifice of the Mana Worm.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if we didn't see a trade on the 2/3 here. Also, with the second War Leader picked up, one War Leader sitting on the board is fairly innocuous, but the second one in hand, if it's not dealt with, that could turn into a 5/4, and Good Sport could really start pushing the damage. But with the Frostbolt and the Medivh's Guardian in the hand of Spoon, I don't think we're gonna see that War Leader on the board next turn.
Yeah, plenty of ways for him to deal with it here. It just depends, how much he wants to get on board with that. His Valet. Potentially the ping, the Valet onto the War Leader and the Babbling Book to fill out.
Yeah. I like the ping as well. I'm just wondering, in case of something like Getaway Kodo, I think I would have preferred to use the Valet to clear a War Leader first. Just because in this matchup, where you're trying to push as much damage as possible, I think I'd rather see that War Leader back in my opponent's hand. But interesting, and he's chosen not to attack as well. I guess it's Spoon is suspecting expecting the Noble Sacrifice at this point. But Mana Worm dead anyway. However, the Babbling Book is going to clear up the Noble Sacrifice quite nicely. With the Mana Worm pickup from Spoon as well, I imagine we're going to see that played, and potentially he's going to. I imagine that he would want to clear the Kodo here, because looking at the mana, Good Sport is coming up to 6 mana. It's the turn of the Spike-Ridged Stegodon, the new buff card, and with Spoon having some minions on the board that are just pushing 3 or 4 damage every turn, seeing a Spike-Ridged Stegodon come down now would just completely obliterate that damage. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the Fireball come down here. But not playing around that, just going to go with the Falnos and the Frostbolt, clear up this Kodo next turn. A little bit risky, but... Oh, and look at that! The Spike-Ridged he picked up. That is a big pickup. And I think that was punished there. I mean, he's lost all of this damage from his board.
Yeah, it's just horrible because if he trades his minions in there, then they can't continue dealing repetitive damage to his opponent's face. And does he really want to use his burn on that either? Not really. It's just.
I think we will see the burn used here just because the fireball goes so nicely into it. With the ice block follow up, he can clear off these minions. The trades go pretty nicely, so he's still left with 7 damage represented on the board. Which, and Good Sport really needs a Wild Pyro or a Consecration at this point.
The equality is certainly not doing much for this board.
No, with two of them in the hand, it's pretty clunky.
Yeah, he really needs to draw into some non-situational cards.
Now, personally here, I wouldn't mind drawing with Blood Mage first, because this hand is looking a little dry. That Blood Mage not really doing anything on the board, and if he can pick up some more burn here or something to buff that Mana Worm a bit more, that Mana Worm is becoming a real threat. The other option we could see is just playing the Sorcerer's Apprentice and a Frost Nova. At that point, he's going to be pushing 8 damage on the board. With 11 next turn, with a ping as well, that's threatening lethal if he.
And he knows his opponent didn't have a way to deal with those minions last time, so his opponent would have to top deck it.
I think you still threaten lethal if you trade him a Blood Mage, do you? Indeed, we're seeing the most aggressive line. I like this because we didn't, as you said, we didn't see the consecration last turn. This is just threatening lethal. It's saying to Good Sport, you've got to have something. Yeah. We do see the forbidden healing here. Now, I'm interested as to whether Good Sport says, I've got to take down this Mana Worm. This is going to carry on pushing damage. Does he equip the True Silver, take down the Mana Worm? In which case he's on 8 health. He's 1 off lethal with the option of using the forbidden healing. Or does he just say, I need a consecration to win this. I'm going to use the full force of forbidden healing this turn.
Yeah, just that Mana Worm represents a lot of damage coming back in his face, so it's a lot of that forbidden healing damage. Healing would be wiped straight out.
Yeah. I think looking at this board state, I think this is the best line. I think Good Sports realised that he is not going to win this game without a consecration, and he just needs to get as much value from that forbidden healing as possible. There's nothing else that he can do in his hand other than a True Silver, and if he clears off one of those minions with a True Silver and top decks that consecration next turn, he hasn't saved himself any healing anyway.
And with the fireball pickup, if he had gone for the True Silver, potentially.
I really think I would really like to see this Blood Mage traded in at this point because it's turn 9. If he can pick up an Alexstrasza off of the extra draw, I don't see a way of Good Sport recovering from this. Okay.
Thinking about potentially the fireball into the War Leader and the 2-1 into the 2-2 that's left over.
Oh, did he get the attacks in? Oh.
Oops.
Yes.
1 turn too late.
1 turn too late, but with the attack on the Mana Worm missed. I think I see what Good Sport's doing with this as well. The Consecration at first glance might look like the better play, but imagine if he had played the Consecration there to preserve his life total, and this Archmage had then come down. I mean, now by keeping that Consecration back, he's got a clear on the Archmage. But look at this though. One more Fireball pickup, one more Pyroblast pickup, and this game is all but over. I like the swing of the True Silver here as well, just because it saves Good Sport from that Fireball pickup.
Both players running low on cards, turning to something in the top deck war.
Yeah, pretty dead here. I mean, quite like to slam over Doomsayer here. No immediate way for Good Sport to deal with it. Stalls the game a bit more. Could potentially play the mirror image with it as well, but don't really think it's necessary here. I guess the main choice will be between pinging the recruit and pinging face. Because if you ping the opponent's face, you're setting up lethal for that. Yeah, the next fireball draw. Okay. Yeah, so I guess waiting for a little bit more value on that Doomsayer. I don't mind this line. Primordial Drake, a bit of an awkward pickup at this point. I'm surprised we didn't just see it slam down. I mean, Good Sport's chosen to keep a 1-2 on the board over having a 4-8 on the board, but looking at how dry his hand is, I mean, perhaps he's just trying to eke as much value as possible out of.
Perhaps also saving it for the
cards. Yeah, that's an excellent consideration. I mean, that is a full board clear and a 4-8 on the board. Yeah.
Going for the adapt on one Murloc.
It's about as good a pickup as the deck could provide at this point.
Such a strong card.
Very, very strong.
Even one adapt is.
What I think is even more strong about it, I didn't realise until I started playing this Murloc Paladin deck a bit, is that it's also a beast. Like the synergy with Curator is I mean, Curator is such a strong card, and we're seeing it played more and more now because there have been so many strong beasts and Primordial Drake in the new expansions.
Strong card draws into more strong
cards. Yeah, and Murloc Paladin is just is the deck which has been able to make the most use out of Curator. Most of the time, we're just seeing two cards drawn from Curator. Murloc Paladin will consistently get 3 cards drawn from that Curator because of this. Looking at Spoon's hand. Yeah, I like this here. So he's been saving this combo for as long as possible. Yeah. And he's finally managed to get some.
Yeah, I think these mirror images aren't really going to do anything if they're not played without Doomsayer. So he just wanted to play them both at the same time to clear it as big the board as he could. But with the Drake coming down to clear those images out.
Yeah. So it looks like saving the Drake was pretty good in the end because now Good Sport's board is looking pretty intimidating.
Will Arcanol just be drawing a secret? Has he had all the secrets from his deck
already? So he's had a barrier because he's got some armor on. Most mage lists only run one barrier. Yeah, and we see the second block in the hand. So I don't think there's any more secrets here. I don't know about you. I kind of like just fireballing face here because
I think the board's kind of gone.
I mean, I guess you've got time, but if you draw the pyroblast at this point, fireballing face makes that lethal, and you're right. The board is very much gone at this point.
Oh, he's going for the ping over 2 turns.
Yeah, I don't mind this as well because that.
Just trying to stem the tide.
Yeah. In the 5 damage every turn is definitely significant, and it gives him at least 2 or 3 more turns to draw that fireball or pyroblast. So yeah, I don't mind this.
Potentially the 5-1 into the 2-3. We're like, oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'd be surprised to see that trade happen there, just because he's really with his forbidden healing used. He's really got to start doing some work now.
So he's got an MVA equipped for the mage draw to spurn.
Frostbolt pickup, so getting closer.
Yeah, so that's currently 10 damage in hand. Let's just see what they will start unloading his burn onto the face. Ooh.
Little bit surprised to see that fireball go somewhere over the face. And that True Silver is a big pickup. That is restore full health. And now I think Spoon will feel a little bit sad about giving up that fireball because I'm thinking with this line he was hoping with a Frostbolt pickup, if I draw Pyroblast with a hero power as well, I can finish off good sport. But now that is not going to be viable, and I think Spoon will be deeply regretting just tossing that fireball away. Oh, Primordial Glyph could be a big pickup though. Little more burn with a Frostbolt. I mean, I think his out here has got to be drawing that Pyroblast, and I don't see anything other than a Frostbolt being taken. You know, he can use his pings now to work away, chip away some of good sports health.
The second charge of the True Silver will be up to 18. With both those Frostbolts and the ping this turn, it'll be down to 11.
Yeah, one more ping, and with the second ice block in hand. The other option is taking the ice block, getting another turn of stall, but I think at this point he's stalled long enough. He has 8 cards left in the deck.
He needs that Pyroblast and he needs more burn.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So,
and we do see the Frostbolt, as we said. I think it was the best pick, and I think this is a good play as well because now he has lethal if he draws that Pyroblast. He's preventing the heal. Oh, now this is very interesting because that board is full. The Ragnaros Lightlord cannot be played. Do you think? I didn't consider this last time, but this might have been an oversight on the part of Good Sport. No, using that hero power, did he really need the board?
It would have been a very subtle play.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
The thing is, Spoon has no idea he's picked this up. If he drops the Alexstrasza, that Lightlord is going to come down and it is going to be game over. Does he have the insight to realise this, or is he just going to keep pinging the face and playing around the fact the board is full? You know, if he uses the Frostbolt on the face this turn as well, he's not dead on board. He gets another turn of stall, another turn to draw that Pyroblast. No, the Eye for an Eye has been played as well. If Good Sport doesn't play a Frostbolt or ping the face this turn, he will almost certainly lose the game because he's going to be reduced to 1 health next turn.
And the Alexstrasza does come down here.
I don't mind that play, but unfortunately, this is now going to allow the Mag Lightlord to come down. I imagine we'll see a quality Rag Light Lord here, and that is almost certainly going to be 2-0 to Cambridge. So we. Yeah, I like this as well. He's realised, okay, I had a big problem with keeping a full board, so yeah, he's making sure that doesn't happen again. Yeah.
Learning from his mistakes.
Yeah. Bit disappointed to see that I for an eye used earlier as well, because now, next turn he could have effectively won the game by putting his opponent on one, playing the eye for an eye. But now he has got to wait another turn, and it gives Spoon more chances of drawing out. But with no way of clearing this Rag Light Lord, good spot is going to be back up to 25 next turn, and
however, it's very tricky. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like this. This is a pretty big pick up there. Yeah, if we get a plus attack or plus, there we go, plus attack. Yeah, so that's now going to pop the block. So he can pop the block using just one of the Murlocs. I imagine we'll see the 3/3 cleared as well. Don't think he's going to want to push into that 2/2. Okay. So choosing to preserve Murlocs.
Perhaps he could have cleared both minions because he kind of wasted 3 damage on the top of the block with using the 4 attack True Silver, and that minion has 3 health. But details.
It's going to be game to Cambridge. Some interesting points in that match.
No space for the Rag Light Lord.
Yeah. I mean,
if that had turned out to be
certainly some that match could have gone either way, and it was perhaps unfortunate that the Pyroblast wasn't drawn earlier for Oxford.
Many cards in his deck left at all. He was digging for that Pyroblast for quite a few turns.
He was indeed. Yeah, very 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 close game. Could definitely have gone either way, and it's quite a fun game to commentate on. Okay, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back in about 10 or 15 minutes for the next game. Thanks for watching.